it's Shel C from PaperOcotilloStudio, and today I'm sharing with you a little wooden frame that I made as a Valentine's gift using the Tattered Angels Color Wash paints. These are brand new paints that were designed to work on porous surfaces. They are water-based and easy to clean up. There's no surface prep, there's no sealing afterward. They just stain whatever rough surface you are going to use, and then you can add multiple layers to make it darker. You can dilute it with a little bit of water to make it light. You can use it on all kinds of difficult surfaces like wicker and styrofoam and paper mache and all those type of surfaces that you might want to add color to. Comes in 24 colors. I only have 6, and there is faux finishes which have some mica and stuff in them, and then there's the ones that don't have that stuff in them, which is what I have. I just have the clear ones in 6 colors. So I had all these different little bits of wood pieces, and of course I have some samples there of canvas and Burlap that are both from Canvas Corp brands. Tattered Angels parent company is Canvas Corp brands. That's where these paints are from. And then I had found this frame for $1 in the 1, 2, 3 bin at the Michaels store that has a heart cut out, and it has a little stick that you put in a hole in the back to make it stand up, so it's like a picture frame, and it was wood. And I thought, you know what, I should make something out of that as a gift for Valentine's Day, because the photo frame area cut out is a heart. So I purchased some wooden letters, and then all the rest of these little wooden pieces I already had, just from making embellishments and things, making little dolls, art dolls and stuff like that. I just had all this stuff. Some short wooden popsicle sticks, wooden hearts, wooden round circle tag shapes, and then I also had these ones that are made out of chipboard, circles that are made out of like a heavy chipboard that I wanted to try. And then I wanted to try coloring the burlap and the canvas to see if I liked any of that. I will mention the brushes that I'm using. They are from Royal and Langnickel, and when I was at Creativations and we needed some paintbrushes, we went over to the Royal and Langnickel booth, and they showed us some different brushes, and these are the ones that they said would be really great to apply this paint. Another option to apply this paint, you can buy a sprayer separately that will screw into the bottle, and you can spray it on. Like if you have something really rough, like some old barnwood or something, or maybe like a wicker basket that you wanted to color, you could get the sprayer attachment and just spray the paint on instead of brushing it. So you have the options either way. These are 2-ounce bottles. I think they're going to last, I mean, unless I was to really do something huge, like maybe a wall divider or something, I think they'll last for a really long time. I'm barely using anything on this project, hardly any tiny little bits. So I think it's economical. The only time that I had to refill my tiny little wells here, these watercolor wells on my plastic palette, is when I did the frame, and I ended up spilling half of it and just using it off of my paper. So it doesn't take a lot of it. I like that I don't have to sand the wood. I like that I don't have to seal it afterwards. It doesn't smell stinky at all, which, that's something that bothers me. I think it's just almost kind of like a pigment stain, and I haven't seen another product like this available. I just haven't seen it. I don't think there's anything else that's quite like this. Really fun. If something you could use with the kids, like to make little bird houses and things, and easy cleanup. It didn't stain my hands much. It came off after 2 or 3 washings probably. I did stain my hands a little bit, I guess, but not too bad. And the brush cleaned up. There wasn't any sticky things in the brush. I think it's a fun product, and I think that everyone should try it. So for the frame, I used the turquoise color, and I don't know the exact colors of these, but I will be listing the products in the description box below so that you can find them easily. I picked the bright colors when I brought them home from Creativations. I picked a few of the bright colors because that's the kind of colors that I like. Also have, brown and black and other blue, like dark blue, different colors like that. I can't tell you all the colors, but I can certainly give you a link to where you can purchase them and you can look at all of them. Um, so once I did the turquoise on the background, then I took some of the white. Um, I used the white faux finish when I was at Creativations to do a paper mache unicorn. And then I used the colors to make the rainbow tail and mane. And I even used the gold faux finish one to do the horn. So I know that there's definitely availability of a lot of different colors. I don't have the unicorn here. I gave it to them to take with them in their booth for good luck. So another thing that you can do is to blend the colors, and that's what I'm doing here. Green and orange generally make a brown color, and I wanted to do horizon line. I made white clouds, and then I wanted a horizon line, which it just really bugs me when things aren't grounded. I just don't like things to be floating, so I always want to make some sort of a ground. So I made kind of a brownish olive color by mixing what I had left of the green and the orange, and then I added a little bit of black in some areas to make like a shadow so that we have kind of a, a couple hills um, here at the bottom of the frame because yeah, I just need it to be there. Then with all these other little pieces, the little sticks and the heart-shaped wooden pieces and the round wooden pieces, and I ended up using the burlap and not the canvas because I liked the way it looked. I trimmed out the burlap into circles and layered it in there with kind of making some little lollipop flowers. Um, you know, simple shapes, easy to do. This would be a really fun project to do with kids. I would recommend it as a little something they could, make for their teacher or for their parent or for their grandma, and then add a little picture in there of the kids and give it to them as a gift. Easy, fun, easy cleanup. No worrying about making a disastrous mess. So I layered the burlap onto the big piece to kind of cover up the hole. These are wooden tags, and I didn't want that hole to be showing, so I put the burlap over the wooden piece and kind of gives the impression of some petals, some fluffy petals, like maybe a dandelion fluff or something. And then I layered those chipboard pieces on, and then the hearts on top of that. And I just glued all of this together with tacky glue. Um, good old Aleene's tacky glue has been around for, I don't know, 50 years. Still works great. I use it all the time. You could also use hot glue or, some stinky glue if you wanted to. But I was perfectly happy with the tacky glue. I made the popsicle sticks into little stems for my flowers, and then the little hearts into leaves, just to make them look a little bit more like flowers and less like lollipops. Without the leaves, they could have maybe been lollipops. And there's all kinds of wooden shapes available out there in the kids' craft section. There's stars and hearts and dolphins and, flowers and all kinds of stuff that you could use to do something with this fun paint. All kinds of that type of stuff is out there at the craft store or at Walmart. So then I had purchased these wooden letters to try out, and I wanted to put them on there. You could, of course, put somebody's name on there if you were going to use it specifically for a picture of a certain person or something, but I just used the word love because heart, Valentine's, love. And I decided to stain that with the orange color. I'm going to have to go grab all the bottles and bring them in here so that I can look up what colors they are so I can put your links. I don't know, it's probably called tangerine or something, I would guess. But I'm only guessing. I have no idea what the colors are. If they have silly names or if they have regular names like orange. Probably not. I'll bet you they've got silly names. That's just how it works. So I stained those with the orange color and then used the tacky glue to glue them on. Something that I like about tacky glue, it it's a little bit, it gives you a little bit of time to move stuff. And at first I thought I was just going to have them sitting on the little hill, kind of in the way the hill was, but I didn't like that. So I had to move it around. And if I had used hot glue, I would have to peel it off and reattach it. So I was happy with that. And then the last thing I did was to stain the stick to match. That's the stick. There's like a half drill hole in the back, and that stick sticks in there, and then that's what props it up so that it can sit up like a frame. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below. And of course, share if you want to, and subscribe and turn on your notifications if you have not done that. And that's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.